G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has done a dirty deal with Rupert Murdoch to help Rupert Murdoch in his battle against the huge social media companies. And one of the ways they're going about it is bringing in a ban for children under 16 for accessing social media accounts. And that's about helping Rupert Murdoch. It's not about protecting children. I've just published an article on it, which also deals with the new misinformation laws. But last night, on the 17th of November 2024, 60 Minutes ran a story on the new social media ban. And there's 2 points about it that need to be raised. Firstly, there's 140 experts that wrote to the Prime Minister saying, look, don't bring in the ban. It's going to make things worse, not better. And other countries around the world that have tried the ban have failed. So if the experts are writing to the Prime Minister saying, look, don't bring it in, it's going to make things worse, not better, well, there's obviously an ulterior motive for bringing in the ban, and that's right. It's to help Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch's the one driving it, and the Prime Minister admitted it when he announced it. He thanked Rupert Murdoch's News Corp for running the campaign. And they're running the campaign not to protect the children, it's to protect their own financial assets, because they've been at war with the social media companies for 10, 20 years. Because people are sick of the old media and they're going to social media to get their news and get their information. Anyhow, I'll read you out that article. And the article was published on Sunday, the 17th of November 2024, and it's titled Rupert Murdoch's News Corp set to make millions from Labor's social media ban for kids. And it starts off, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and the Labor Party have done a dirty deal with Rupert Murdoch's News Corp to attack social media via a social media ban for kids, which is obvious if you dig just a little bit below the surface. One example is a Kids News website, which is targeted to years 3 to 12 and owned by Murdoch's News Corp, which would stand to profit greatly if children were banned from spending time on its direct competitors' websites, which are the social media giants. This is happening at a time when the Labor Party is also attacking free speech and political communication like there is no tomorrow by the new misinformation laws. Misinformation law and the social media ban for children under 16. Firstly, there is a misinformation bill that has passed the House of Representatives and is now before the Senate. And secondly, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's plan to ban children under 16 from social media. The government has a lot of questions to answer on both, and has so far failed badly. Social media ban for children under 16. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced the ban on the 7th of November 2024 and said on his website, I do want to single out News Corp for the campaign they've run, Let Them Be Kids. It's an example of the media organisation being engaged in something that's of concern to the community. Anthony Albanese is doing Rupert Murdoch's bidding, trying to ban children from Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, etc. But there's a lot more to it. And if the social media ban for kids is introduced, then all social media users will have to provide identification to the social media companies to open a social media account to prove you're 16 or over. I published a below video on the 11th of November 2024 titled Labor's New Social Media Laws Test Everyone's Age. All Australians will have to provide ID. It is a short video and explains parts of the proposed new social media ban laws, and the government talks about doing a trial and further research, which shows they only half a plan, if that. And I'll put a link to that video below this video on YouTube. And the article goes on to say, Rupert Murdoch and Lachlan Murdoch's Trojan horse. The Kids News website is really Rupert Murdoch and Lachlan Murdoch's Trojan horse to attack the social media giants that have crippled Murdoch's papers over the last 20 years. The reason we know this is because Anthony Albanese thanked News Corp when he announced a plan to ban children from social media. The Kids News website, owned by Murdoch's News Corp, reported on the 7th of November 2024 Mr Albanese paid tribute to News Corp Australia, publisher of Kids News, for its Let Them Be Kids campaign, highlighting the community concerned around children's access to social media and the negative impacts on their mental and physical health. It says on the About page on the Kids News website, Kids News is a free news-based literacy tool for classrooms. Register your email now to use kidsnews.com.au and sign up for the free Kids News newsletter. You'll find the link on the home page under Sign Up Free. If you click on the Kids News Privacy Policy link, it takes you to the News Corp Australia Privacy Policy page, which says in part, number 2, what information do we collect? We collect personal information to provide company services and for our business operations. If you choose not to provide the information we request from you, we may not be able to provide you with the services you require. Registration information includes, for example, your name, delivery or postal address, email address, gender and birthday. Number 3, how do we use your information? We use the information we collect about you to provide company services to you. As part of our service to you, we may use your personal information to fulfill administrative functions associated with these services, for example, billing, credit and account management, to enter into contracts with you or third parties, for other marketing and client relationship purposes. Company and our advertisers and advertising networks may use the information we collect about you to provide you with relevant advertisements and editorial content when you use our company services. We may also use your personal information so that relevant advertising can be provided to you when you use services or visit websites of other organisations. And there's a link there to click through to the full privacy statement. And the article goes on to say, yes, school children in grades 3 to 12 are signing privacy agreements with Rupert Murdoch's News Corp. The same Rupert Murdoch and News Corp that sold papers in the UK for years, paying 16-year-old girls for topless photographs, which Murdoch then published as page 3 girls in his UK papers to increase sales. Rupert Murdoch and his son Lachlan Murdoch should be banned from going anywhere near children or schools. Rupert Murdoch and News Corp are using the Kids News website for data harvesting of all Australian school children, which they can then use as a database to boost advertising revenue. If those same children are banned from social media, the value of the Kids News website would skyrocket. If the Labor Party is successful in banning children under 16 from social media, then a big winner would be Rupert Murdoch's News Corp, and especially the Kids News website. Other ways Rupert Murdoch's News Corp benefits. Above, I used one example of how Rupert Murdoch's News Corp would profit from a social media ban for kids. But all of Murdoch's businesses would benefit because advertisers who currently pay the social media companies to target children would have to go back to paying the old media such as Murdoch's News Corp papers and Foxtel, etc. to target children. Other old media benefit. Other old media such as Nine Entertainment, who owns Channel 9, the SMH and the Age, etc., and Seven West Media, who owns Channel 7, the West Australian paper, etc., would also benefit hugely from social media ban for kids. Channel 9 have been running a promo ad for a story on 60 Minutes on Sunday night on the social media ban. Sounds like a scare campaign designed to support the ban. That is the same Channel 9 that ran a scare campaign on the 7th of March 2023, claiming war with China was only 3 years away and Australia needed to prepare for war, which coincided with the $368 billion AUKUS deal that was announced a week later on the 14th of March 2023. Nine was running the Labor Party's propaganda campaign. I think Channel 9 will again be running the government's propaganda campaign with their story on Sunday night, but let's wait and see. New misinformation laws. Some people are getting their kids' social media ban, misinformation laws, and the new digital ID confused, which is fair enough because it is confusing. The government passed new digital ID laws earlier this year, and it comes into effect on the 1st of December 2024. Having a digital ID is voluntary and not compulsory. The kids' social media ban I have dealt with above. The government still doesn't know what they are still doing research and conducting trials as per the above video, so we'll leave the ban there for the moment. I published the below video titled Biggest Takedown of Politicians in Parliament, a must-watch Labor's Misinformation Bill on the 15th of November 2024. The video is from the Misinformation Bill Senate Committee hearing on Monday the 11th of November 2024. It is Brian Marlow answering questions from 3 different politicians, and well worth watching to get an understanding of the new misinformation laws that may or may not pass the Senate. And I'll put a link to that video below this video on YouTube. Both the misinformation bill and kids' social media ban are about government and the old media controlling the narrative, and from that controlling the power and money. A couple of comments on the Kangaroo Court of Australia YouTube channel sum up the situation as per below. Number 1, the issue, I believe, is far beyond algorithms or implied censorship for free speech, or whatever you want to call it. The issue, I believe, is the mainstream media is dying. This is the platforms from which politicians could control the representative public narrative without challenge. Social media overrides exactly that. As a new generation of human citizens voting public abandon the mainstream media and move to social media, the politicians effectively lose control of their lies and distortions. That is why Albo is doing it and why Peter Dutton is supporting it. Number 2, they are struggling to maintain their previous narratives of lies on mainstream media because no one is there listening. On social media, every time they lie or fabricate some bullshit, they get called out. That's what they're trying to rein in. And number 3, another person said, what else is Labor up to while distracting the people with this garbage? This article is not to answer all the questions regarding the new misinformation laws and social media ban for kids. There's a lot of questions for both remain unanswered by the government. The article is about trying to at least fill in some of the blanks so people at least have a better understanding of the potential new laws, which could be an issue for the federal election, which is due by May 2025. Now, I'll put a link to that article below this video on YouTube as well. And it's well worth clicking on the link and going to the website. A lot more information there, a lot of links to further information as well. And you can watch both of those other videos there as well. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and please share this video on social media. Kangaroo Court of Australia is independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself, so please support my PayPal account or Patreon account. You can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. It all helps out in a big way. And the link for the PayPal account or Patreon account below this video, and also a link for the donations page on our website where you've got other donation options, and you can also do one-off donations. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.